Hi, and welcome to this vocabulary lesson because we are going to look at synonyms, collocations in context, and words that belong in the word family. I hope you'll stick around with me every single day, learn these 3,000 words with me. Even. So we put the accent on the first sound, even. And notice, this is interesting, this is a pronunciation tip. If the accent is over a word, now this says even for a couple of reasons. One, it says even because the accent is on this syllable. It also says e rather than because it's a vowel, consonant, vowel pattern. So this is pronounced even. And even is used as an adverb, an adjective, or a verb. As an adverb, it's used as in even John can pass the test. Some synonyms for the adverbial usage are certainly, indeed, truly, surely, really, or definitely. Even John can pass the test. And it usually shows something surprising or unexpected. It can also mean quite or completely, all, totally, fully, entirely. Those are all adverbial uses for even. Even as an adjective can mean exact or precise. The score was even. The score was even means that they are the same. So it can mean identical. It can mean, another word is comparable, similar, or equivalent. Even can have the sense of being level or smooth. And this can be used as a verb or as an adjective. For example, the surface was even, and that means that it means it's level or smooth. Or you can say, please even the surface with a shovel. That means to smooth it out. You use it as a verb. So that works both ways, as a verb and an adjective. Flatten or flat, uniform. So those are some meanings to make it level. Steady, he has a very even temper. That means he has a steady temper. He's not going to get angry quickly. So steady, unchanging. And some other verb meanings might be balance or adjust, equalize. You want things to even out, to result in being equal. All right, even can show a surprise, something that's unexpected. For example, even my grandmother knows how to use a smartphone. What? You don't know how to use this? Even my grandmother can use a smartphone. She didn't even say goodbye. Can you believe it? Even the teacher couldn't solve the problem. Nobody could solve the problem. Even the teacher couldn't solve the problem. He even remembered my birthday. That's so great. I can't believe it. I'm so happy he even remembered my birthday. They even offered us free dessert. I'm so excited. They were so nice. They even offered us dessert. Okay, so there's going to be a difference here between where you put the even. For example, even my grandmother knows how to use a smartphone. That means everybody knows how to use a smartphone. He even remembered my birthday. He did all these things, and he remembered my birthday. So if I moved this even to over here, even he remembered my birthday. That means that you didn't remember my birthday, but he did. Even he remembered my birthday. Everybody remembered my birthday, but you. Even he remembered my birthday. So there's both of them are surprised. It's surprising that he remembered your birthday. But in this sense, there's some blame going on. And in the other one, he even remembered my birthday. You're just happy. He did this. Even as an adverb that modifies the word or phrase immediately after it. So even my brother came. My brother even came. So this is what I was explaining. My brother came even though he was sick. So notice how moving even changes the emphasis. Even Sarah passed the test. It was unexpected that Sarah would pass the test. We thought most people would, but even Sarah did it. Sarah even passed. So now it's the passing the test that was unexpected. Not even. If I say not even, and notice I don't pronounce this T very loudly. I make it more of a glottal stop. Not even is a strong negative emphasis. Something didn't happen at all, not the smallest amount. I didn't even hear the alarm. She can't even swim. Can you believe it? She jumped in and she can't even swim. He didn't even apologize. I expected him to apologize, but he didn't even apologize. We haven't even started. What are you talking about leaving? We haven't even started yet. They didn't even ask. I'm expecting you to ask. They didn't even ask. They just did the thing. So here we have the subject, then the auxiliary, then the not even, and then the main verb. And it emphasizes that something expected never happened. I didn't even see it. She can't even drive. It's something that we expect but doesn't happen. Even can mean exactly, equal, or balanced. The score is even. We split the bill evenly. The teams are even after 2 games. They each won 1 game. They each lost 1 game. The vote ended even. We would also say in a tie. So we could say the vote ended in a tie. That's the same as being even. The race was almost even. Often we would use the term the race was neck. Neck and neck is from horse racing, and it means that the 2 horses were running and their necks were parallel, or they were exactly next to each other. The race was almost even. Some common collocations for this type of even are even score, even numbers. Even numbers are interesting. For example, if I have even numbers, this is even numbers because they have a partner. And then this is an odd number because there's no partner. And now 4 is an even number. Even numbers are divisible by 2. We have an even chance. You might win, I might win. We have the same skills. Even balance. That means that our checkbook is even. There's nothing left over. Everything we thought we spent, and this is the amount we have left. We know where all the money is. Even odds. If you're going to even the odds, it's something that you would say when you are maybe golfing with someone and you give them a handicap because they're a better golfer. So you want to even the odds so they have a handicap so that you start at an even place with your abilities. And an even amount. So 4 would be an even amount. Even as an adjective. So we'd have the subject, then the be verb, then even. So the numbers are even. The score became even. Notice the difference. Even is the adjective and it means equal. Evenly is the adverb and it means in equal amounts. So we divide the cake evenly. We have equal parts. Even can mean flat or level or smooth. For example, a surface has no bumps. The road is even. Try to keep the table even. The floor isn't even. It's kind of tipped. Painter made the wall even. There were no bumps. It was straight across. We need to even the ground before building. So some common collocations here might be an even surface, even ground, even floor. All of this means that your surface is, so right now, see how that balances? But if I tip it, it falls off. It's not even, but now it's even. Even layer or an even texture. And we often say even out. Even out is the phrasal verb that means to make something smooth or equal. Even as an adjective, we would say the surface is even. And as a verb, we would say even the soil before planting. It would mean we'd also say smooth it or level the soil before planting. The phrasal verb even out means to become more equal or smoother. Traffic evened out after lunch. The wrinkles evened out. They became smoother. Even plus a comparative means more than expected. So we would use it before a comparative adjective to increase the emphasis. It's even better now. She ran even faster. This movie is even more interesting than I expected. The weather became even colder. It was cold before, but now it's even colder. He's even less interested today. He was interested, now he's even less interested. So we might say it's even better. It was good before, now it's even better, even more, even less, even bigger. So even less. He wasn't interested. And now he's even less interested. Even bigger, even stronger, even harder, or even faster. I hope with each video you're seeing that I'm getting even better than I was the last time I filmed. Things have improved. So the pattern here is even plus a comparative adjective or an adverb. For example, even better, even more difficult, even less expensive, even faster. It's intensifying the comparison. You could just say the book is better, but if you say the book is even better, then you're like, whoa, that's cool. So to summarize, or some expressions that we have with even are even if. Even if means despite the possibility. I'll go even if it rains. I don't care what it's going to do, even if. Even though is the same as although. Even though he was tired, he finished. If I have even though, I'm going to expect a turnaround. He's tired and he finished. They are opposites, right? So this is a kind of a signal word, even though. Even so means nevertheless. It was expensive. Even so, we bought it. The same as nevertheless. Even then means despite everything. Even then, I wasn't convinced. No matter what you said, even then. He said all these things. Even then, I wasn't convinced. And even now is the same as still. I still remember that day. Even now, I remember that day. If we're going to look at even as an adjective, like the smooth surface or something, the opposite would be uneven. The noun would be evenness. Even is the verb, the adjective is even, and the adverb is even. Even. I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Research shows that if you know 3,000 words, then you can pretty much say anything you need to say. I hope I'll see you tomorrow, and please like and subscribe.